AMD's new most powerful desktop processor beats Intel Core i9 by a large margin. AMD has unveiled Ryzen Threadripper 2990WX, which is touted as the most powerful desktop processor in the world. The powerful 32-core/64-thread second-generation processor lineup consists of 3 more processors along with the flagship Threadripper 2990WX. The other processors have fewer cores and threads. The processor would launch in the months of August and September, and would carry the price tag of $1,799, which is a bit costly. But given the fact that it has blown Intel Core i9 out of the water in terms of performance, the price tag seems plausible. Second-gen Threadripper comes in 2 series. X series is designed for gamers and WX series is meant for creators and innovators. The unveiled processor chips are as big as iPhone 5 and are built using 12nm Zen core architecture. AMD's France webpage also posted the Cinebench benchmark performance of Ryzen Threadripper 2990WX and Intel Core i9 mistakenly. The data that was soon taken down by AMD showed the Core i9 bagged 3,353.2 points in the tests, whereas AMD Ryzen Threadripper 2990WX scored impressive 5,099.3 points, making the Threadripper 53% faster than Intel's flagship processor. The Ryzen Threadripper 2990WX processors feature 32 cores and 64 threads. It is expected that the base clock would be 3.0 GHz and the maximum boost clock would be 4.0 GHz. Every single chip would include 16 MB of L2 and 64 MB of L3 cache, making the total of 80 MB of cache on each chip. The newly launched processors would be compatible with TR4 socketed boards as well.
2008 was an interesting year. The Large Hadron Collider was fired up for the first time, there was an historic election in the US, we were all treated to that incredible Olympic ceremony in Beijing, and M. Night Shyamalan made another horrible movie. Wait, this is a tech channel. Oh right, yeah. It also marked Intel's adoption of a brand new naming scheme for its CPUs, with the high end of its processor range becoming Core i7 for the first time. Although, curiously, these chips contained 4 cores and 8 threads, which, Anyway, 9 years later, Intel is expanding this scheme again with the i9. And I'm not talking about an expensive Bavarian concept car. Intel is now calling its highest-end consumer processors Core i9. Though once again, there won't be a 9-core model in the mix. The first Core i9s are part of the Skylake X family, continuing with Intel's theme of releasing enthusiast-level CPUs with a 1 generation older microarchitecture than the mainstream processor family. However, unlike mainstream parts, Core i9 SKUs feature 10 cores on the lowest end, with models with 12, 14, 16, and even 18 cores forthcoming as well. And they all feature hyperthreading, meaning you'll get anywhere between 20 and 36 threads. So it's not surprising then that Intel is pushing these new chips as solutions for what it calls megatasking, a term defined by the Intel marketing department as simultaneously running multi-threaded, hard-hitting workloads like gaming, streaming, and recording on multiple monitors at once. Content creation like video, audio, and image editing for the same project at once, or, you know what, to hell with it! We've got 18 processors, why not do both at once? Intel is also boasting of performance improvements in lightly threaded workloads. In addition to the usual claims of slightly boosted raw IPC over the previous generation, they've also updated Turbo Boost 3.0. Now, all Core i9s and the Core i7-7820X will feature 2 preferred strongest cores for turbo frequencies and overclocking that is better than the others, instead of just one strongest core, which could benefit applications like CPU-bound games that might use more than one core, but won't take significant advantage of more than 2. But whether you're getting a Core i9, an updated Core i7, or even, for some reason, a Kaby Lake X Core i5 or Core i7, these new chips will all use the new LGA 2066 socket, so they won't be backwards compatible with any older boards. The good news, though, is that thanks to the shiny new X299 chipset, you'll get support for up to 3 PCI Express 3.0 X4 SSDs, with a total of up to 44 PCIe lanes directly off the CPU. So then, depending on which CPU you choose, that can mean tons of bandwidth for more graphics cards, more NVMe storage, and other expansion cards that need lots of throughput too, like Thunderbolt 3, for example. Of course, all of this is going to come at a price, with Core i9 CPUs starting at a cool $1,000 US, all the way up to $2,000 for the top-end 18-core model. Yikes. And even though Kaby Lake X processors will start at the mid-200s, they lack quad-channel memory support and have fewer PCIe lanes, so folks will effectively be paying extra for features on pricey high-end motherboards that they won't even be able to use unless they upgrade their CPU down the line. But whatever you choose to buy or not buy, all of this is definitely good news in that competition is finally ramping up in the CPU industry for the first time in over half a decade. So you know what I say? Go red team! And also go blue team! I just want faster computers in general. I don't care who wins. Speaking of who wins, you can win by installing TunnelBear VPN. TunnelBear lets you tunnel through one of 20 different countries, allowing you to browse the internet and use online services as though you are in a different country. They've got easy-to-use apps for iOS, Android, PC, and Mac, also a Chrome extension, and all you gotta do, there's like no configuration whatsoever. You just choose a country, press the button, and watch as your bear tunnels your internet connection to your new location. Your connection gets encrypted and your public IP address gets switched, so you show up as some anonymous person from some friggin' country somewhere. They also have a top-rated privacy policy and don't log user activity, so try it out for free with 500 megs of free data at the link in the video description. And when you sign up for an unlimited plan, make sure you go to tunnelbear.com/Linus so you can save 10%. So thanks for watching, guys. Dislike or like, check out our other channels, and subscribe so you don't miss any videos here on Tech Quickie. Woo, it's a great channel.